20 makeup products that I think are worth the splurge. This video is in partnership with Nordstrom, and I placed a huge order with Nordstrom and I got everything in. I went to go do the video. I started filming and nothing I was using was as good as things that I already have. So I asked, could I please just do my favorites? And they said, of course. But they did want me to tell you about something special they're running for their card holders. Earn 5 times the points on beauty purchases. Members get 5 points per dollar. Debit and credit card members get 10 points per dollar. Icon and Ambassador credit card members get 15 points per dollar. And you guys, that adds up. I cannot tell you how many things I have gotten for free. Is this girl math? For free or for like half price, like Gucci shoes or something like that, that I got half price, because when you earn this money with your Nordstrom card, you get to spend it however you want. It's not like they tell you can only spend it on whatever brand. So I think this is a great deal. So I wanted to spend this time really showing you the things that are tried and true, the things I love. You guys know how passionate I am about makeup, all makeup. I'm going to show you several shades of 20 things. So let's get started. The first thing should come as no surprise, my beloved Chanel bronzer. Mine is looking pretty funky these days because it is well loved. I already liked the first version of the Chanel bronzer, but then when they came out with the Healthy Glow bronzing cream in deep bronze, oh my gosh, that's what I've got on today. I love it. It's so easy when you put it on. It's like already blended. If you're someone who has dry skin, this is perfect. If you're someone who loves a good contour and sculpted face, the whole bombshell Victoria's Secret model look, this is good for you. And if you're someone who has a hard time blending your bronzer and your contour, this is perfect for you. And then another product that I'm going to recommend is this brush. It's the It Cosmetics, I think it's called the Heavenly or something like that. This brush is amazing. It's like no other. So with these two, I just sculpt my cheeks, go along my hairline. It is beautiful. You can go over it with powder if you want to. I don't feel the need to, and I can layer it over powder. So both of these I have loved for years and years. I would feel very confident if you gave them a try. All of these things, I feel like if you tried them, is a 95% chance you would like them, as long as you like the same type of look like I do, which is probably daytime glam, bombshell, all of that kind of stuff. Another favorite that I think most all of you would like if you have normal to oily skin and you like medium to full coverage, and that is these two foundations. The Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow, my favorite shade is shade 8. There is just something about it. This is what I have on today, and then I really love this newly formulated Lancome Tint Idole. They came out with like 20 more shades, so if you haven't tried this since they came out with all of the new shades, you might want to give it a go, because finding the perfect tone to me is about 80% of the battle. The rest, to me, I would say 75% of the battle. Then I would say 10% is the coverage, and the rest would be it being long wearing. So if all of those things are important to you, I love these. Like I said, shade 8 and 350N. This one will come as no surprise. It's the Dior Show Kabuki Brow Styler. The color I like, and I've got one darker than this, but I really like this color. It is the gold blonde, but don't let that freak you out, because it's not really yellow at all. It's just a good old regular, I think a very, very neutral blonde color. And it does have this type of tip, which I really like. Goes on smooth, goes on quickly, lasts all day. Doesn't give me crazy angry brows or angry bird brows. I love it. Every time I use it, I love it. And what I really like about it is it does roll back down, and I love this little kabuki brush. It is amazing how well this brush like gets into my brows and really disperses the product. I can actually really concentrate on this side of my brows, and what is in the brush I can pull up to the front. That way they're not harsh, they look good. If I had to just go with one brow pencil for the rest of my life, I could go with this one. MAC lipsticks. Oh my goodness, I love MAC lipsticks. I think still to this day, I could just live alone with MAC lipsticks. They do a nude lip like no one else. I've kind of been revisiting a lot of my MAC colors that I have loved for years. And I've got here MAC Myth, which I think is a must-have. Today, I put it on in the center over the lip that I'm going to show you in a little while, just to give it that little bit of oomph in the center. I love it on its own. Just a classic, a must-have. This is Cream Cup, and this is for my nude lip lovers for sure. This is a beautiful light pink, just gorgeous. And I have to say, I like all the formulas of MAC lipsticks. Creme de Nude. So you can see it's got kind of a white base, whereas Myth, I think, is a little bit more peachy or pink. It's not as light as people think it is. Creme de Nude is lighter. The reason Myth is a little bit better to put in the center of your lip though is because it's a little bit more saturated in color and it just gives you a little bit more oomph. Okay, this one is Honey Love. Oh my gosh. I love Honey Love. There are actually some that I don't have here, like Kinda Sexy, Velvet Teddy. Those are good ones too. And then this is Cream Cup. This is your good light pink, a little bit more of a blue pink. So those colors are just what dreams are made of. I will say Kinda Sexy and Velvet Teddy are going to be a little bit darker, along with Taupe and all of those colors like that. Another one that is really good if you want more color is Thanks. It's MAC. But just MAC lipsticks in general, even if you watch me and you love to wear a red lip or a brick colored lip, MAC has a good color for you. And I just think it's the formula. They feel good, they stay on for a long time, and they're really a good price. Another oldie but goodie is MAC Gloss. My favorites are Oyster Girl, which is a lighter color, Nymphette, which is more of your pinky mauve color, but my favorite is Purr. I think Paris Hilton made this famous. She used to wear it back in the, I guess, 90s. And the reason I really wanted to choose this color to show you is because if you hear me talk about Buxom Celeste and Sun Diego, but you don't like the plumping or the cooling or any of that stuff, you just want a plain old good glistening gloss, then this is a good one. It doesn't take much and it just makes every lip combo better. I love it, love it. I don't think anyone would regret it. It is a little sticky, but that's what it takes to really stay on and be a good gloss. Dyson. Now, I have gone through them all. The ones that I think are the most worth the money, the most unique, that you can't find anything else that performs like these do, would be the hair dryer, just the good old Dyson blow dryer. I love it. I love it. I've got so many blow dryers that are just recent and popular, and I always go back to that one. And the Air Straight. So many people ask me about the Air Straight, and they ask, is it worth it? If you want your hair straight on a daily basis, it is so worth it. I love it too. Like, I can just give myself a blowout at night and then go over it with the Air Straight on dry hair in the morning, and it does great. So I think the Air Straight is a phenomenal product, and the hair dryer. The others, I think that maybe you can find something similar, but I do think Dyson technology is pretty unique. Okay, here, I've got lipstick on mine now, but the Aki hair towel, my favorite. I bought a 2-pack of these during the Nordstrom sale, and I've gotten spoiled where every time I get in the shower and I wash my hair, I have these, and a couple of times I'll run out because I haven't done my towels in a few days. So I am going to order another 2-pack while we have this special with the beauty points. I love them. If you have long hair, this is so much better than anything you can buy, anywhere else, any other brand, because they're long. Very, very long. You twist them up and then you just tuck them in this little tab. In the back, it's not a button. I find that they don't like slip off my head. I just love them. And then I use it that night. I save it until the next morning and I use it that morning, like to just when I'm getting ready to have a towel right there, and then I wash it. And I love these. They're my favorite, definitely. The Armani lipsticks, you guys, these are so good. There's a reason I have so many of them. My latest one is one of the matte versions, but what makes these so good is that they're satin, but yet they last a long time. So they're not like for instance, I love the Chanel long wearing liquid lipsticks. You will have to use like makeup remover balm to get it off your lips. It lasts that long, but I don't really want anything to last that long. I just want to last maybe like 2 or 3 hours. So I prefer, I think my favorite color is, I've got 2 of 104. So let me just show you what 104 is. Of course, no surprise. Let me swatch it for you. But just like the MAC lipsticks, it's not about really the color, although I do think they have phenomenal nude colors. Let's see what this is. 108. Okay, so this has a little bit more color, goes with a little bit more of the pinky tone. Oh my gosh, I did 104 twice. Okay, so that's a good picture of 104. That tells you how much I like it. Okay, now let's do 500, which looks like a peachy pink, maybe with a little bit more blue in it. And then what is this one? 102. Oh, I think this one is a little bit more peachy and nude. It's right there. Oh, they're all so good. And then this is the satin one that I have, and it's 114. I think it's called Romantique. Let me see. I'm going to do it right here. I'm glad that I swatched that so you can see the difference. See how glossy they are? And then that one, the matte one. Wow, I forgot how good this is. Just so good. All of them. And they do last a long time. They feel good. I love the way they're shaped so you can really get like to the edge of your lip line. They're just beautiful. And I've heard that the reds and all of the colors are really gorgeous. Another lipstick. As you can tell, lip products are my favorites, but I think that's what you guys come here for. As you know, I like glam and you know I like nude lips. Haze, Anastasia. Another light one, but just like Myth, I wouldn't wear this on its own. This is going to be your in the middle kind of color, but I love it. This reminds me of my old Chanel bisque that I wore in the 90s when that first supermodel look came about. But my most used, without a doubt, many of you have this, is Tease. Oh, this is so good. Just a light peachy pink. I would say it's even more pink than it is peach. It's that warm pink. It's not a blue pink. This is one that I take out of town every time I go. And then this is one of my newest ones, and it's called Hush Pink, and it's the matte formula. But it's not bad. I mean, it does go on matte. I'll show you. But by the time, it's really soft, almost like a powdery matte. And by the time you put it on with a lip liner and you just put a touch of like MAC Purr or Buxom Celeste or something like that on it, it gets beautiful. But I love these. The formula is great. You will notice like a similarity in all of these lipsticks. I like ones that aren't too glossy, aren't too matte. Of course, I like these colors. I like good saturated colors, even though they're light, and I like them to wear well and to wear off well. So that's what I'm looking for. With that being said, another formula I like are the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. I would have to say my most worn, most used would be Bitch Perfect. One of my classic colors. I would say it's a good pink, maybe a little bit more color than those, maybe a little bit more saturated. Oh, it's just so good. It's just like one of those lipsticks I could just live with forever. This is the Kim KW, which is a good classic light nude. I would say this is the most like creme de nude or the haze over here. It's a good center of the lip color. And then this one is Angel Alessandra, and it probably has the most color out of all of the ones for me, but I really like it. It's a good nudie color that still does have some color, and see how it has almost like a little sheen to it? Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I mean, that is a beautiful handful of lipsticks, isn't it? Lip liners, one of my all-time favorite products, and I'm very, very particular. They have to go on nicely. They have to be long wearing, and they can't mix in too much with my lipstick and turn it into whatever color they are. So I would say one of my favorite go-to would be Lancome, Estee Lauder. I like Chanel, but when I thought about just one to tell all of you that I think would be just a good one and done lip liner, I was thinking of the Charlotte Tilbury, either Iconic Nude, I didn't bring it up here, or the Pillow Talk. Now I like the Pillow Talk medium just because I like a lip liner look. But if you just want something the color of your lips, I think you would like Pillow Talk. This is the medium. So you can still see that it's that natural pinky color of your lips, but just a little bit darker. And I do have that on today, but I started off with Chanel Nude Brown. And then I realized I wanted a little bit more color. So that's what I have on. But I like to layer. That's one of my big things. Matter of fact, here I brought up the Chanel Nude Brune, Nude Brown. Iconic Nude is a little bit lighter than that, but very similar. But I do love these. And I've heard a rumor that they're coming out with new Chanel lip liners. I heard that and I haven't seen anything for a long time, so who knows. This is something I just bought. I just can't say enough good about it, and that is the Sicily Blurring Powder. The shade I got is number 1 beige, so it's just this shade and one a little bit darker. And it's not meant to, because I had a friend say that she had bought this a long time ago and tried to like set under her eyes with it. It's not like that at all. It doesn't dust up. Here, let me use a brush really quick. It's like there's no real dust up on it. It just makes your skin look poreless and fresh, like especially after you've had it on for a while. It feels good, and the main reason I know I love this so much is because I notice when I forget to put it on. Because it's a new thing to my routine, a couple of days I've noticed, why didn't my makeup look as good, like in a video, or when I look in the mirror and I realize I forgot to put this powder on. It's just amazing. Another powder that I love is the Givenchy loose powder. Now this is something I do like to set underneath my eyes. This is a new one. I replaced it. This is the number 3, which is a pinky tone. I try to think of things that are really good, but very universal and won't intimidate you or be too specific. And I do think that the pink tone of this might be for someone who really wants brightening and you just want that look. It's going to give you a little bit more of the glam bombshell look, in my opinion, which I like that. But I did get this one. They sell them in these small containers, and this is the number 2 Satin Blanc. And I will say this is one of the ones that's always sold out. It took me a while to get this. When this got really hyped up again, you could not find it anywhere. It's gotten a little bit better, but this is the Satin Blanc, and this is what I have under my eyes today. It's more than a powder. It's like smoothing. It's like extra coverage. It like takes away that big divot right there. I don't know what it does. It's really pretty miraculous what it does. I love it, and I do think it's definitely worth the money. It's very, very unique because you guys know I try a lot of drugstore products. I try a lot of products anyway. It's pretty unique. Another lipstick. If I had to say my all-time favorite Tom Ford lipstick, it would be Spanish Pink. I gave it to my mom, who is 72. One day I told you she was 73, and she called me and said 72. This is a beautiful, oh my God, even the formula. A beautiful, beautiful pinky peach. I mean, it's just so good. I love it. I really pray that they never quit making this like they did our Nude Vanilla. Anyone would like this. Even if you like more color than this, get it to wear with a darker lip liner. It's beautiful. And you know how sometimes the Tom Ford lipsticks had a tendency to go bad kind of quickly? This one hasn't. I felt like this one is one that doesn't do that. To me, it was the Nude Vanilla would go bad kind of quickly, and I think they must have fixed that because I've had that one for a little while. This morning when I saw that it was still available, I couldn't believe it, and my first instinct was to buy a backup because I'm always scared that they're going to discontinue colors like that. And when I got mine out and it was still so good, I decided not to, but I still might. Next would be Kylie. Her lip products are so good. I do like her matte eyeshadow palette. I'm not crazy about her traditional lipsticks just because I don't like any of the colors, but these lip kits are so good. So I grabbed this one, and this is the color Dolce K, and it's matte. And what I have on today is the Tom Ford Spanish Pink, and I put a little bit of Myth in the center. Okay, so I just wiped my lip off. Let's do this Dolce K lip liner. See how pretty that is? Her tones are good. Now the matte lip is gonna make it a little darker, but let's just do it just for the heck of it. something different. I mean, that is a good nude, and that will stay all day, and that was Dolce K. I wasn't trying to rhyme there. Now, just to mix it up a little bit, let's put a little bit of, which one? Do we want to put Hush Pink? Yeah. That's good in the center. But I will say, this doesn't layer well. I think once that liquid lip dries, that's gonna be it. So that's Hush Pink in the middle. That is a good lip combo. So these are just fun to play with. I think all the colors are good and they last forever. Blush, oh my gosh. So many good blushes, and I try to think back, what has impress me? Like, what is a blush that when I first got it, I just couldn't believe how good it was? And that is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. And that is this one right here. And another one that I really like, so that's the Pillow Talk. But the one that I use today is Ecstasy. So here we go. Pillow Talk is going to be a little bit lighter, and then Ecstasy is a little bit peachier pink. But both of these are so good. They all are. When I was looking at them to make sure they were still even being sold, I was thinking I want to try some more. They're just, I think it's because they have the perfect amount of shimmer. So you don't even need a highlight, and the tones are just sexy. I have to say, Charlotte Tilbury does good makeup. I mean, I can't think of many of her products that aren't good. Her powders, her setting spray, everything. But I didn't want to just show you a whole pile of Charlotte Tilbury, but I feel pretty good about you purchasing anything from her, especially these blushes. And then my final product, I wanted to pick something a little different, and I thought about eyeshadow sticks. I do love the Laura Mercier, but I think my first true love with the eyeshadow sticks was Bobbi Brown, and it is the taupe. This is one that just works all day, every day. It is just such a good color. I'm so tempted to put it on now, but I'm scared I'll mess up like I did my lip. Now, this one is Nude Beach, I believe. Yeah, Nude Beach, and it's a little bit lighter, but these are kind of like one and done type colors. Just so good. I mean, I could be on vacation or whatever. Like, I go on vacation that much. Any day, I could just put this in my crease, blend it out with my finger, and it would be beautiful. I love the Bobbi Brown, and I also love the Laura Mercier shadow sticks. And then an honorable mention is this Chanel eyeshadow palette. This is what I have on today, what I used. I love it. I think so many of you would love this. That is just so pretty, so easy. That color right there is just so pretty. I made a little bit of a darker look today just because I wanted you to be able to see it on my eyes, but it's just gorgeous. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Nordstrom for sponsoring this video. Don't forget about the bonus points when you use your Nordstrom card or your Nordstrom debit card, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.